Coming to the topic of the evening. Actually, the person who suggested the topic is not here today, but it's fine. You can see it on YouTube. Interesting topic. Love. Love and the sadhak. Now, the reason why I chose to speak on this topic is that I do encounter a lot of people who take the spiritual path, so to say, who are, practitioners of some kind of spiritual practice, but feel very confused about this emotion of love. There is some confusion that I always see in people who want to be spiritual about how to handle love. Now, love is a huge topic to discuss, and I'm not going to go into the semantics of various aspects of love, but because it doesn't concern us at the moment, I'm just going to sort of probe into how it affects a person who is walking on the spiritual path, and why there is this confusion which I see in a lot of people. I think the confusion basically stems from the fact that, a person thinks that, okay, now that I am becoming spiritual and I'm progressing and I'm refining myself, I'm purifying myself, I don't need this feeling of love which is causing so many problems. It's something, for the lower segment, not for me. I'm too verified for that. But unfortunately, you cannot do away with love. It's not something you can pack in a brown paper bag and throw out into the dustbin. The reason being that there are only two qualities that we imbibe directly from the Creator. Two characteristics, two qualities that a human being takes directly from the Creator and cannot grow out of. One is love and the other is humor. And when I say humor, it is the ability to laugh, it is the ability to feel joy. These are two divine characteristics that come with a human being, that are part of the soul, which you cannot divorce, you cannot separate, you cannot shut out. Other traits, other characteristics, other aspects of your nature, yes, you may have it, you may not have it, you may refine it, you may polish it away, or you may enhance it. But these two will remain no matter what you do. As long as you remain as an individual soul, these two characteristics are going to be part of you. So the first concept that you have to understand here is that you cannot not love. No matter which level of spiritual progress you reach or touch, no matter how refined you get, how pure your soul becomes, what experiences you take in the spiritual field, this is not something that you are going to be able to shut out of your life. So it's going to be a part of you, and you're going to have to deal with it. Now, why should it become a problem? Or why do people feel that it can cause a problem in your spiritual growth or your path? This is because they do not understand how this emotion functions really. You see, there are 4 aspects of love that a person on the spiritual path will encounter. And as I said, I'm confining my talk on this emotion or this feeling to the spiritual practitioner. The 4 aspects that you will face, the first, being a human being, the one aspect of love that you're bound to encounter is what we call romantic love. Means that special feeling that you have for another human being, which sets the chemicals on fire, which sets the hormonal tap going. And it is something you feel for a individual, sometimes more than one individual, not necessarily only one individual, but it is the feeling of being in love, what we say. Now, whether you're married to that person or you're not married, that's completely immaterial, because that is only a certificate, legal fiction. But it is a feeling, a very special feeling that you have for another individual, which you don't have for anybody else. So the first one that you encounter is romantic love. I'll come to it later again and tell you what exactly you have to deal with. The second type is what we call love in general for human beings. That is, you love your parents, you love your children, you love your brothers, sisters, you love your relatives, you love your friends, you love your neighbors, but be careful. You love people in general. You love your pets, you love your home, you love just love in general. Other than romantic love, that's different. Different chemicals are released, that is. So that's the second type of love that you encounter. The third kind of love that a person on this path will encounter is universal love. Now this comes at a slightly later stage of your evolution. The fourth aspect of love that one experiences, and this you have to experience, is universal unconditional love. This is the rarest of the rare kind. So, as a sadhak, as a spiritual practitioner, you are faced primarily with these 4 situations or aspects of the feeling of love. And the feeling of love is a highly overpowering emotion, but I would not even restrict it to emotion. I think it is an energy. Since I said it comes from the Creator, it is actually an energy. You cannot avoid it, you cannot crush it. The more you crush it, the more it will arise. It cannot be diminished. It has to be dealt with. And that is why I want to talk about it. Because if you could surgically lop it off, great, I would have said, do it, finish it off. But you can't. it will arise. It will rise like the phoenix. You have to learn how to deal with it. So let us come to the first type of love that a sadhak encounters, which is romantic love. Now, you may demonize it, you may try to ignore it, but you can't avoid it. The heart is the heart. And the very makeup of a human being in physical form makes it compelling for that person, that human, to feel this strong emotion of romantic love. It's not something you can avoid. It will arise anytime in your life. Yes, a lot of us do not bother with it or let it bother us after a certain age or due to certain circumstances. That is a different thing. But it does arise in us at certain times in our life, very strongly. Again, as I said, blame it to the chemicals, blame it to the hormones, whatever you want to blame, that does arise. Now, as a sadhak, what do? How do you deal with it? As I said, this is an emotion you have to deal with. You can't knock it off. The most important aspect that you have to bear in mind here is, one, you have to be responsible. When this emotion comes to you, what will happen is it will create a situation where you will develop a relationship. Obviously, if you fall in love, you have to fall in love with another person. And hence, there is a relationship. This means you have to take responsibility. Relationship means responsibility. Now, this is despite the fact that you are single or married or whatever, unmarried, or in whatever situation you are. If you are going to start a relationship, you have to take responsibility for it as a sadhak. That is of primary importance. We are not going into the morality of it. We are not going into the right and wrong of it. Because what is right for one person is wrong for another person. What is right in one area of the world is wrong in another area of the world. What is right for one group of people is wrong for another group of people. So there is nothing right and wrong about it. It is the emotion that you feel. It is the attraction that you feel. There is nothing right and wrong about it. What will make a difference is how you deal with it. That is what makes a difference. And the first principle here is to take responsibility. If you take responsibility for your actions, if you face the consequences of your actions, there is nothing wrong. Second, you cannot let it become a vehicle to increase your karmic debt. Because it's very easy to do that. When you are in a very strong, intimate, interpersonal relationship there is every likelihood that you will hurt the other person and intentionally hurt the other person. That is a problem. As a sadhak, as a spiritual practitioner, that will be a problem for you. So as far as this aspect of love goes, these are the two things that you have to keep in mind. Romantic love, interpersonal relationship. You must be responsible, you must act responsibly, and you must, under any circumstances, avoid notching up more karmic debt. Because it's very easy to do it in a close relationship. We rarely hurt people we are very distant from. We hurt people who are closest to us. And we get hurt from people who are closest to us. So then it becomes a ground for increasing karmic debt, which it should not become if you are anywhere on the spiritual path. Because that is one of the first things that we learn is stop incurring more debt, especially negative karmic debt, by causing pain and suffering. So if that is taken care of, if that awareness is there, then yes, this is a emotion that you will encounter regardless of your age, regardless of your situation, regardless of anything. Just the fact that you are a human being.